It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikes and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down. Kirk Cousins of the Vikings, Teddy Bridgewater of the Broncos.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the former quarterback of the Vikings. Drafted him back in 2014, and now he goes against him. It's Teddy Bridgewater. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
On play action, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, Bridgewater again. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Bridgewater on first down. This is the tight end, Fant. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Cousins gives way to Cook. Shifts by him. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's brought down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Bridgewater to throw it. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos ready to go on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Bridgewater's throw taken in by Sutton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Being chased out left, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now Bridgewater. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Denver.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They run it here with Gordon. Muscles him off. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
And now out comes Minnesota. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. A first down throw for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Oh, he shifts past him, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 70 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Handoff comes to Cook. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll run for it with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's Dalvin Cook there with a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. So now Bridgewater and the Broncos down 21-14. 1:06 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is now a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. This from long, very long range. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Joseph now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.